You spent 3 weeks perfecting your resume. Font, excellent. Action verbs, researched. One of them is also leveraged. You applied, nothing. You applied again, still nothing. Or even worse, you applied, you got the interview, you thought you did a fabulous job, and still heard nothing for a long time, only to receive an email saying, "Thank you for showing interest in our company." Breaking, but is it truly helpful? Nobody tells you what went wrong. But today, in this video, I will. Similarly, in these resume building workshops, nobody talks about the fact that a resume can get you an interview but cannot get you hired. It's like resume is the trailer, you are the film. So a good trailer with a bad film can get you an opening weekend, but no repeat audience and no offer letter. Let's get into it. Poor introduction, but great resume. Most of the times, the first 60 seconds of an interview are, "Tell me about yourself." And the candidate decides to read out what is listed in the resume in a slower, using words like basically manner. Here, this is not an introduction. It is a summary nobody asked for. Moving on. Skills listed but not demonstrated. Resume says excellent communication skills, but the candidate, when he actually starts speaking, you realize he's probably never met the word excellent in his life. Moving on. Experience? Real. Narration? Zero. When the question is asked, "Can you tell us what is the most challenging thing that you have faced so far?" The answer is, "Oh, I have faced so many challenges and have overcome them all." Well, this is not an answer, it is an affirmation. Ready for the role, but not for the room. Your body language, your eye contact, taking that pause before you answer. This is not personality, it is communication skills, totally trainable. Generic answers, tailored made for the resume, but not for communication. You have researched the company for the resume. These generic answers you give in the interview. The disconnect is felt. Maybe the interviewer is not able to point out, but the disconnect is absolutely felt. In an interview, when the interviewer is asking you, "Tell me about yourself," and you start by saying, "Well, I am so and so. I have done my BTech in 2022 with 8.4 CGPA and my internship at," the interviewer is thinking, "I already know that. I have it in my hand. The resume talks about it. Tell me something that this paper doesn't." Your resume tells what has happened. You need to talk about who you are. This is not the same, not even close. Let me tell you what is happening on the other side of the table. The interviewer is thinking, "I have your resume in hand. I have read it. I don't need to reread it in front of you. Tell me something your resume isn't talking about." Basically, they want to see if you can think on your feet. What happens when they push back? Do you crumble or do you engage? Are you really interested in this role or any role that is available? Basically, they want to see if you can represent their company in a meeting, in front of their team, or even leadership. 4 things starting today. Rewrite your introduction, not your resume, your introduction. Who you are, what have you done, why are you in this room? And practice. Practice till the time it doesn't sound practiced. Talk and get answers ready for things that you hope the interviewer will not ask. Questions like, what are your weaknesses? What do you fear as your biggest failure? These are not traps. These questions lead you to self-awareness. And most of the candidates do this mistake of thinking of it as traps and fail. Practice. Practice with the person, not a mirror. Practice with the person because that person will push you back, ask you questions, and tell you exactly how you performed. A mirror won't. Similarly, the interviewer will push you. Turn every bullet point on your resume into a story. Situation, what you did, what happened. Not an essay, a story. Remember, resume got you to the door, Don't undervalue it because it's very important. But it's not the destination, the room is. And you can win the room by good communication, not perfect English or rehearsed answers, but your ability to think clearly, be confident while answering. Make the interviewer believe that you have the ability to do the work that he wants perfectly. It is a learnable and trainable skill at any stage. Remember, your resume says you're qualified. Your communication proves it. Subscribe if you want to get more content like this. And don't forget to share this particular video with somebody who probably is refreshing their inbox to get that reply that isn't coming.